Welcome to this week's Cornerstone of Health. I'm Dr. Matt Hansen. Today we're going to be talking about posture when it's related to backpack safety. School's about to start again, and we have a lovely model over here, Tracy, who is going to be demonstrating what posture is like. Go ahead and step on the platform there, Tracy. So Tracy is carrying her backpack on one shoulder. Well, a lot of your kids will be doing the same thing, and they'll say, well, Dad or Mom, it's not that much different when I just carry on one shoulder than two. Well, my question is, what does the x-ray look like? What does it look like when you're carrying a heavy backpack on one shoulder? Or, ladies, a heavy purse on one shoulder? What's it doing to your spine? Well, I'm not going to light Tracy up with x-rays for 45 minutes while we get that information. But we did step her onto our posture measuring device here, and we'll be able to see some pretty significant differences, and it might surprise you quite a bit what we see here. So, it doesn't look too bad from the naked eye here, from the front of the side. Well, when we look at the scales here, we can see that Tracy's carrying about 60 extra pounds on that right side versus the left side. Now that's pretty significant. It's putting your neuroskeleton under a lot of stress, which is stressing your nervous system, affecting your ability to think, affecting your ability to have a stable mood. Sound familiar to some of you parents of teenagers? Probably does. And I'm going to take this backpack off of Tracy's shoulders here. And Tracy, we're going to have you maintain that posture in with that backpack on one shoulder. We can see now we take the backpack away, that shoulder is lower on the right. And I'll put the bar up here so you can see that difference. So we can see up against a straight bar, we can see she's leaning over to the right and the shoulder is much higher on the right. And now we took the backpack away with all the weight in the backpack, but we can still see that Tracy's carrying about 40 more pounds on the right side than on the left side. Still pretty significant. And there's some twists in the spine, and us chiropractors see twist in the spine as compression, and compression is a bad thing for your discs. It hurts against you fighting against gravity. Now, gravity is the biggest stress you fight it every day, and we don't need something like imbalance in our spine and our neuroskeleton to fight against us, because we're already fighting hard enough to balance. So we got about 20 millimeters of backwards rotation on this right side where she was carrying the backpack. That's a ton of compression. If I had a patient come in looking like that, I would be pretty nervous. And then we look in the hips too, and we see not quite as much compression, but still significant, about 15 millimeters of compression in the hips as well. And we look at it once again from the side. Okay, Tracy, you can go ahead and step off of the platform again. And now we'll have you put the backpack on properly. One shoulder in each of the straps. Good. All right. And go ahead and step back on the scales. All right, so this is for demonstration purposes, obviously. So if this was ideal circumstances, we would have the backpack a little bit higher up on Tracy's shoulders, and we'd have a strap across the front taking some of the weight and distributing it more evenly, and even a strap across the belt. But most backpacks, if not all of them, will have at least two straps. So we got the two straps on, and we look here at the scale, and we can see there's about a 4-pound difference. Well, about 4 or 5 pound difference between 5 and 3 actually, so that's actually within the margin of error, which is pretty close to balanced, what we consider to be balanced, just by putting that strap on the other side. So it makes a humongous difference. Tracy, I'm going to take this off of here. And we'll have you go to your posture that you're in without the backpack on. And we can see there's a difference of about 2 to 3 pounds, which is, again, pretty close to ideal. We'll look at that rotation and see if the compression's gone too. Remember, we had about 20 millimeters of rotation in there. And that has greatly reduced as well to about 10. Still pretty significant, probably from all the contorting we've had Tracy do with this backpack demonstration, and about 10 in the low back as well. So all that compression's coming out of there. The weight is balancing, which is much, much better. This is the closer to the ideal posture that we want. This has been your Cornerstone in Health. I hope this has been helpful. Remember, parents, make sure the kids have an arm in each strap when they're walking to school with those heavy backpacks. And ladies, make sure that you're not carrying too much weight on one side of your purse, because it is really affecting your posture, your neuroskeleton, which is going to be affecting your overall life, health, and balance. your mood, your cognition, your ability to think, the ability for your heart, brain, and lungs to function is all going to be affected by how we fight against gravity. This has been your Cornerstone in Health. Please hit like, please share, please comment. We'd love to know what you think. As always, remember the best way to make the world a better place is to make the most of yourself. Thank you, and we will see you in the next video.